And I'm just speaking from my personal experience. I'm not saying all birth centers and midwives and things like that are like that. But in my experience, when I had my son via C-section with an OB in 2018, my postpartum care was more thorough.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Only gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do.
So I was looking for a comment. I was scrolling and I was looking for a comment under one of my birth videos. And I came across this comment that talks about I would do it all over again, like, have a water birth. And so while the water birth itself, the labor for my daughter was quick, easy, smooth, the postpartum care that I received with midwives or a birth center versus postpartum care with like an OB, like a gynecologist, hospital, whatever, day and night. And I'm just speaking from my personal experience. I'm not saying all birth centers and midwives and things like that are like that. But in my experience, when I had my son via C-section with an OB in 2018, my postpartum care was more thorough, more, I would say, like individualized, more receptive to my needs, right? Compared to when I gave birth in 2023, naturally with midwives at a birth center. And so when I gave birth, after I gave birth, it was like that was it. They came, I think like a couple days later to take my daughter's weight, and then 6 weeks follow up, and like that was it. And when I say that was it was just kind of like, okay, you're good, bye. You delivered your baby, bye. I don't know. It didn't feel as if the care that I didn't feel like I even received any type of postpartum care. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the longest, I held a grudge with my OB, who I had been going to since high school. I had moved to New York. She had only been my OB that's ever been down there before, right? And even when I was living in New York, I still flew back down to Texas to see her. Then when I gave birth to my son, she did my C-section, and I never saw that woman again. The next time I saw her, like, her bedside manner is poor. And if you, like, read her reviews, they talk about because she's, like, overwhelmed with clients because she has her own private practice. And it's kind of like, well, then cut out or stop taking clients, right? The next time I saw this woman was when I was in the hospital the day I lost my baby in 2023. In 2021. So after she did my C-section in 2018, never saw her again with my eyeballs till 2021. All the follow-up visits, even my 6 weeks, was with her nurse practitioner. But nonetheless, different story, right? But either way, the care that I received postpartum, I didn't have postpartum blues or depression or any of these like complications after my C-section with my son. Like, they were more thorough. They seemed to be more thorough. With the birth center, my experience, no shade to them. Would I do the water birth itself again? Yes. Would I have an OB on lock at the same time? Absolutely. So if I could do a water birth at my home, because to be honest, you can give birth in your own tub. Like, it was that easy peasy, right? Go back, look at that video, find you those supplements, take it starting at 32 weeks, right? Give birth at home. Get your husband, get some sterile scissors, cut the umbilical cord after, like delayed clamping, whatever. Like, it really was that easy, okay? So, again, no knocking, no shade, no trying to come for midwives and doulas and all these people that has been doing it for years, but it wasn't rocket science to give birth. Because to be honest, if you go back and look at my video, when I'm in labor and I'm delivering my daughter and they're like, push and do this and breathe, I can't hear nothing that's going on because I'm over here in contraction pain, So when somebody telling me to breathe, like, I'm breathing like, so I'm not even listening. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, guys, if you don't take nothing from what I said, know this, right? Your body is going to do what it's going to do. Your body was made to deliver and to give birth. It will do it naturally. So whether you don't push that baby out, if that baby's ready to come out, he or she is going to come out. Understand that. They're not going to stay in you forever. So I need you to hear that part loud and clear. If you didn't hear nothing else, my background might be noisy. I'm not going to record this video. I don't know. My son is playing with this 15 million train, right? So I don't know. But again, I would do a water birth all over again. The level of care, in my experience, that I received after giving birth through a birth center with midwives compared to giving birth with an OB, a doctor or whatever, completely different. If I'm fortunate enough to have another child, because as you know, I have cancer, hey, right? I went through chemo and all that other good stuff. And, what they say is that, you're not going to be able to have kids. But I think God has the final say on that. So in the event that I'm able to have kids again, would I do a water birth again? Absolutely. At the same time, what my body has been through, I ain't again saying put me under, do a C-section, 15 minutes, get this baby out. Because that's how quick a C-section is. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm not opposed to either way. I've experienced C-section. When I lost the baby, that's vaginal birth. They don't cut a dead baby out, you push it out. So when they tell you, oh, you can't give birth after, you can't have natural vaginal birth after a C-section, it's bogus, okay? Granted, doctors probably want to cover their asses. C-sections are a lot more expensive and faster, so they can knock out probably 3-4 C-sections in an hour compared to one mama who taking forever to push that baby out. Again, you heard it. I said it. It is what it is, right? Your uterus is not going to rupture. There's a small percentage. I don't know. It's like less than 3% or whatever, right? But that was the reason I went the natural route with my daughter, is because I had a C-section and I kept hearing that, oh, once a C-section, always a C-section, mama. And then when I lost the baby, they told me, no, you have to push the baby out. So I'm thinking to myself, is my uterus not going to rupture? What do you mean I have to push my baby out, right? And they're just kind of like, that's how you got to push the baby out, right? So imagine, living or dead, alive or dead, a baby going to come out of you when they going to come out of you. You understand what I'm saying? They not going to stay in there. So did I push? Yeah, I pushed because it was like almost midnight and my husband was on FaceTime. This was during like COVID. So I was by myself when I delivered her. Yeah. And so again, that was even a quick birth as well. So once I pushed that baby out, no meds again, but in the hospital, I was like, oh, so I can have a vaginal birth. So after that, I was like, yeah, I'm about to do this. Like, let me go ahead and, recover mentally, physically a little bit, or just a couple of months. And I'm going to get pregnant again. And I'm going to do this. That's why I call it my redemption baby. Y'all call it y'all rainbow miracle baby. And she's all of the above. But it was also a redemption for me. I needed to redeem myself for the baby that I lost. For, you know what I'm saying? Because now I know that I can do this. My body can do this. My body is made to do this. Right? So yeah, would I do a water birth all over? Absolutely. But I would make sure that I have an OB and, and a midwife, because I'm, whatever. I don't know. Or I just do it at home with my husband. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been in the hospital every month since I gave birth up until now, to where I feel like I'm a nurse. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to go to nursing school. Let me just put on my resume that I shadowed. You know what I'm saying? I got hands-on experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here delivering babies and, doing all kind of medical exams. But no, for real. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know if you've experienced a water birth. Let me know if you're, just whatever you want to let me know. But I am an open book, y'all. Thanks for watching if you made it this far.